Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another day of Indie Mist. Today we're going to be trying a brand new indie brand. This is their first product launch ever. They are called Nosta Beauty and they came out with this Swatch Me Face Palette Volume 1. It is so cute because it looks like a little VHS tape, and I'm assuming that they're going to have a whole nostalgia theme to their brand. So I'm really excited to try this out today. And also, it's not your typical first product launch because it is a cream face palette and I think it looks really cool. So just to give you guys some information off of the website, this palette does retail for $35 and it's called a multi-use cream to powder formula. It says that it's cruelty-free, vegan, non-toxic, paraben-free, fragrance-free, lightweight, recyclable, and buildable pigment. So this is the outer case packaging. It does say that it has a shelf life of 6 months. And then here is the actual palette. It is so adorable. It's the Swatch Me palette. It says good looks ahead. And then there is the back. It just opens up on the front here. As you can see, there's a really nice mirror there, which looks like a little recording screen, pretty similar to what's happening in front of me. And it says, "My life is a movie." I don't know why it makes me think of this one meme that's like, "My life is so dramatic. It's every day should start with Televisa Presento." Inside, there's 2 different cream highlights and 3 different cream colors that I'm assuming you could use for your face and your lips. The highlighters are described as having micro glitters in them on their color descriptions, but I checked the ingredients list and it doesn't say those ones are not allowed for use on the eyes. It does say that these 3 shades are not for use on the eyes, but I'm just guessing that's because of the red vegan pigment in them. In America, our standards say that if you stain on the eyes, then it's not safe, but I'm sure that in the EU, those would be fine. So I'm probably still going to try them on the eyes. Do it at your own risk. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of these, and then we're going to try them on the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. Okay, so first we have Fast Forward, which is described as a shimmer opal with peach and silver micro glitters. Okay. Has like a nice light consistency, super pretty, soft highlight. I mean, I guess I can see the micro glitters a little bit, but it's not super obvious. It doesn't look like, bam, a glittery highlight. Next we have Play, which is described as a matte grape magenta. That looks like a really beautiful, rich plum. Wow, the pigment is real. I'm a little nervous. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in with that pretty lightly. And then the next shade right here called Pause looks really stunning. It is described as a matte terracotta rose. So there's what that one looks like. Really like that shade. That seems like a blush I would use every day. Next we have the shade Stop, which is described as a matte hot red. Super bright pigmented red, my goodness. Oh my goodness, okay. And then lastly, we have Rewind, which is described as a shimmer millennial pink with a rose gold shift marbled with multicolored neon micro glitter. That's a lot. Okay, so it feels really smooth, super shiny and pretty. Oh yeah, that's really stunning. Definitely can see the sparkles in that a lot more. It's a duochrome. I think that looks beautiful as well. So there's what they look like up close. Super cute little palette. Okay, so as I'm like trying to wipe these off, I hope you can see the 3 blush shades are staining a little bit. So that's something to keep in mind. So on their product description, it says, pro tip, apply effortlessly with fingertips or use synthetic brushes for total precision. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start off. I don't even know. Okay, I'm going to start off with the shade Play, and I'm going to put that in my crease. I want to use everything at least once today. So I guess I'll just start that off right here. I'm using a BK Beauty 203 brush just because these are synthetic, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I feel like this one blends colors out really well. I also just went ahead and primed my lids today with a little tiny bit of concealer. I did like a super natural base. That was pretty quick. I'm not really super a cream shadow kind of girl, but overall That blended pretty easily, despite me just like throwing it on. I'm also going to take a little bit of that on the lower lash line as well. I might even take a little bit with that pencil brush and just like put that really close to my lash line for a little extra definition. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Rewind. I think this is going to be so pretty all over the lid. Oh wow. And that's so convenient to use too as a cream shadow just because it's sticking really well. And the glitter is stunning and it's just, that's so quick to apply. Even if you were just using this with other powders. Okay, so just blending that in a little bit. Really, really like that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and dip into the shade Fast Forward. And I'm going to pop that on my inner corner. Might have gone in with a little bit too much. I might even take a little tiny bit of that shade with my finger and just pop some underneath my brow bone as well for a little extra highlight and sparkle. And that was actually super easy. Like, can you believe I did that with 3 cream shadows? I'm going to go ahead and really quickly finish up my eyes with some liner and some mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so for blush, I think my heart tells me to use the shade Pause as blush just because I feel like that's the one I would use the most. But I really want to try Stop just because it's so pigmented. I want to see how much I can blend it out, if I can make it work for my skin tone. And then we can go ahead and try out Pause on the lips. And I'm sure I'll use this again in the future. So let's just take a little bit of Stop. I'm literally just tapping and picking up the lightest amount. Ooh, that's so pigmented. But you know what? Picking up just a little tiny bit. It's giving me like a soft pinky red flush and blending out. So although I have to be a little bit more careful with it, the fact that it is so pigmented, I feel like is going to help it work for a much larger variety of skin tones than if it were not super pigmented. So that's pretty. Oh, I just wanted the wrong blush. That's really pretty. It's just like a very natural blush. And it does not appear to be disturbing the foundation underneath. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Fast Forward to highlight my cheekbones. So pretty. Just kind of tabbing it in. Throw a little on my nose. I'm definitely going to wear this makeup look all day. It's only 9 o'clock right now. So I'll make sure to leave in my description box how it wore, just to let you guys know. Super pretty. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and use Pause on the lips, and I have like just a little tiny bit of chapstick left. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to grab a tiny bit of Pause and kind of just tap it over just to add a little bit of pigment. I'm sure you could go in with a lip brush and get full opacity, but I would rather just do a little bit. Looks like a really pretty light matte stain. Yeah, I definitely like that. I can't wait to do that on the cheeks and then this as the lips and have it like all matching, like a super peachy eye. I think that would be really pretty. I know one criticism I saw is that like if you were wanting to use these as lip products, of course you wouldn't want to have to carry around a gigantic palette all day, which I totally understand. I think that's fair. But I think that this palette literally works so well for the eyes, for the lips, for the cheeks. Like, I'm just a little shook. So let me just make my hair look not crazy and I'll be right back. It looks super crazy because I tried some new curlers last night, some heatless curlers, and this side took so well and then this side's like waves. We're just gonna throw that back. So this is the finished look. I love how it turned out. I'm so impressed. I feel like everything worked so beautifully. I was just kind of like really curious about this, but I didn't know what to expect, obviously, with this being Nosta Beauty's first launch. But wow. Wow, I'm definitely a fan. I feel like I'm going to be using this a lot, especially the highlight shade Rewind for the eyes is probably the fastest, easiest, sparkly eyeshadow look I've ever done. So I am highly impressed. So that's pretty much everything for today. I really hope you enjoyed getting to try a new indie brand with me today, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.